Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing back the fantastic recap videos for YouTube. Hello and welcome. We're looking at the week from April 16th to April 22nd, and this is specifically dedicated to my good friend Zapper, who he just wanted to see more of this. He couldn't help himself but think, man, I'm missing this, so we need to bring it back. The reason I kind of stopped doing this is because of GSH, which we're going to be talking about the weeks leading up to it, and of course the event itself. It was kind of hard to do this kind of stuff because I kind of needed to focus on the event itself. But yeah, we're back. We're back for more, and we got a lot to talk about. First of all, there is GSH, which we have to talk about. Which of course it's always a lot of fun meeting the guys. Um, yeah, the social aspect of the event is always amazing. Like just hanging out with the dudes in a house, like having fun and all that good stuff. Can't really say much more than that. I'm sad it's over. I'm always sad it's over. Uh, but what has to be said regarding this stream, we definitely need to improve a lot of things regarding that because I feel like the 24-hour streams don't really work out that well for us anymore. Like, we always thought that, somebody's gonna be awake and do something, right? But at the end of the day, we're all just human, and we kind of want to sleep between 4 and 8 a.m. So, And people that got stuck, like, doing stuff during that time usually were, like, just knocked out flat for, like, a day. Essentially missing a day, which, in my case, I had that happen twice, which really sucked. I missed FF8, which I really wanted to, like, watch and be there for. But, aside from that, you're also like tired the next day and stuff, so it's really something we need to improve on. So going forward for next year, we are going to probably try to do 16 to 20 hour streams, maybe. If somebody wants to do, like, keep going through the night, that's fine. Yeah, he can do that on his own accord, but we're not going to be bound by the fact that we have to keep the stream going, so it's going to, like, go down. That will also help the computer, which I mean, the thing is, I think why Genius PC got this so destroyed is really that we just like misused all of his USB ports pretty badly, and PCs usually don't like that when you swap and swap and swap and swap. I think that's where all that stuff came from. It was running like all week, and yeah, Jenya was pissed off at it, and we were pissed off at it at some point. We laughed, of course, about it, but if you run an event and things like that keep happening, that is something that like it makes you feel really bad. Like, and I think Jenya felt the worst about it at the end of the day. So, but yeah, having these breaks, I think that's a good idea to like kind of prevent that as well. Other than that, the last day was pretty amazing. We had a big ass barbecue. That was pretty nice. We were going. That's another reason we're going to have like not 24-hour streams, so we can do shit like that. Cause we literally didn't get to do that as a group, as a whole, at all. Like that was really 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 sad. And yeah, next time I also hope that Bic can stay longer, or like in a more reasonable time frame, I should say, because I mean, he arrived at what, Sunday, and he left on Friday. That was pretty bad, I think. I mean, we had tons of fun with Big, of course, and I hope Big enjoyed the event as well. But too short, man, too short. Like, you come, you do a couple runs, you hang out a little bit, and then it's already done. So yeah, hopefully next time that can be a little bit better. Hope you guys still enjoyed the event. We sure as hell did. Can't really argue otherwise, but yeah, going forward, we're hoping to be able to improve the event by quite a bit. I haven't heard personal feedback in my Discord about that, by the way, so if you have some that's still left from GSH, feel free to put it in my Discord channel. Okay, so that's the event part of this recap thingy. Going forward, so we have mid-April, RPG limit break is fast approaching, and I do need to practice Soul Blazer and Lufia 2, which, let's be real, why would I practice that? So instead, let's talk about my most current project, which is A Link to the Past, of course. No major glitches. I do want to get a 127 in that, but I don't think it's going to be hard to force myself to actually do that. I do also. I got a pretty good handle run already in NMG. It just like kind of suffers from bad RNG, but the run itself was really good, so I might be satisfied with that, even though it's not sub 150. But we'll see. I'll definitely try to do runs of those two categories from time to time for sure. Whether that's going to be enough to reach my goals, I don't think so. So those might be delayed until maybe next year, because we gotta like kind of move forward with like I have other plans for other games, of course, because I'm a crazy person. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Speaking of those plans, I already mentioned the Ancient Cave and Soul Blazer stuff, but there's also a couple of other projects I want to go back to. First and foremost, I'm going to have to eventually put my 70k that I bought to use for Breath of Fire 4. Like, I do need to do a round of Breath of Fire 4 that doesn't suck ass on an actual console, and that's going to be after Limit Break at the very least. If I, maybe even before Limit Break, if I can manage to somehow find the time to do that, but kind of tough with like being in 15 million tournaments and all that good stuff. I do want to also get a sub 530 in Chrono Trigger 100% glitchless. Already trying to like tweak the run slightly, coming up with a couple of ideas, but there's a couple things that I need to work on, specifically some enemy dodges and stuff. So that should be happening relatively soon as well. We'll see though. That's the immediate future projects. I do wanna do a run of Chrono Cross because people keep like being like, you never did a run of this game, and I'm like, dude, I learned everything. I just didn't do a run because I didn't have the time. And you never did a run of this game. So yeah, eventually we're just gonna do like a train wreck and then say, hey, look at this. I have a train wreck of this game. There you go. I did it. Additionally, I do kinda have an itch to play Donkey 2 again. Watching Voltus play that at GSH made me like, I should probably improve my PB for free. But we'll see. That's kind of like an itch that I might have to scratch. We'll see. We'll see how that turns out. Whether I can satisfy that otherwise, I don't know. But those are the immediate future plans. I'm sure they always get messed up, so we'll see what actually happens. One of my goals for this year as well was to improve FF6, but I just can't be as to actually, do that game, because that game sucks. Like, that game just sucks as a speedrun IMO. But yeah, I don't know. We'll find out very soon. For now, we'll keep doing with Link to the Past and Chrono Trigger. And eventually, of course, we're going to do Ancient Cave and Soul Blazer, but I'm not gonna, like, practice like a madman just because it's a Limit Break. Okay, so that part is out of the way. We are going to have to take a look at my tournaments. Yay! So there's a bunch of tournaments that I participate in. They are all, of course, Link to the Past themed. Let's start with the one I actually already busted out, which is the NMG tournament, which I'm really, really, really sad about, because that was incredibly unnecessary, and only really because I'm a nice guy. So a little bit of a heads up, because you guys obviously didn't really see anything when I didn't really talk in Discord much because I was at GSH when I had my tournament matches for NMG. But so the thing is, there's a group stage and it's currently running, and you have certain deadlines to complete your matches. So to complete one match, you had to complete a match by April 5th. And I met Race Kyung already and lost by 20 seconds, which was really nice, honestly. Like, I PB'd in that race with my current PB still. And I felt really good about that. And then I raced Andy, and there's actually no way I lose that race ever if I play from home. Like, ever. There's not a million years. Like, my worst run that I had, no resets, actually beat his run that he had in that thing. So there was no way I was going to lose that. But the thing with playing from GSH was that I had a TV that gradually turned black and white because of the cables. So I always had to like readjust the cables and stuff like that. And of course you have the background noise and all that good stuff. Plus I had to schedule at the time where I had a 2v2 race at that day. I did have to run Soul Blazer, and then I had to race the NMG race. So when I say had to schedule, here's the deal. Like, Andy tried to schedule with somebody else for like days after days after days, and they just didn't reply to him. And Scribble was like, dude, if you don't race, you're gonna get out of here for the tournament. And I'm like, dude, if you really don't find anybody, I mean, I really don't want to race from GSH anymore because, the setup was kind of wonky, but, fine, I'll do it, midnight, whatever, let's do it. And yeah, that race turned out the way it did because of that. Not proud of what I did in that race, of course, but this partially the setup and everything around that is to blame for why I lost, which is really sad, honestly, because again, I'm not losing that race in a million years. No offense, Andy, you don't actually run the game, so there's that. The 132 for not running is top, but I'm not getting that time ever. So yeah, it is what it is. That's how I busted out. Cheers for good work, all. But fortunately, the Spring Rando tournament is around standard mode, which I actually kind of like with the randomized sword. Gives a little bit of twist to it. But yeah, my first match against Feeney, I won. I played like a 5th grader. I said that yesterday when the actual match was. Can't really do that going forward. We have, I think, 7 Swiss matches, so this tournament will take forever, as always. I don't know. My next opponent is Sapphire Blaze with a Y in Blaze, so I don't know that guy or gal. I'm expecting a win, of course, but I did post a bunch all matches in my Discord. There's a bunch of really interesting ones, and I want to point out 2 matches that I really liked. I will watch. It's Genya versus Voligen. That's just. Mwah. That's dream matchup. It's especially funny because Voligen pointed out like a couple days ago that through the tournament he found out that Genya actually attends Limit Break and he gets to meet him. So it's especially funny that they now get to match each other in the tournament. That should be good, and they are pretty equal on skill. So from that point of view. It's also going to be super interesting. And then the match of the week in the tournament, man. Act the Boker versus Killer App 23. Dude, that's a match like you can have in the semifinals of this tournament. That's insane that they get matched up in round 2. It's like, what the fuck? So watch out for that match. That is going to be the match to watch this week. But there's a bunch of other fantastic matches that I listed in my Discord, but yeah, again, this tournament will take like 15 million years, so going forward, I'm expecting to reach the brackets. I'm praying for Genya to not get bad opponents so he can do that too, but other than that, we'll see how it goes, how it unfolds. Then we have the 2-on-2 tournament that we're still in, 2-on-2 mystery tournament and the rando stuff, and Genya and I are top 4 now in that tournament. We marched all the way through the losers bracket, and we're now facing the winner of Team Poutine and Maximum something. I don't know. Both very good teams. We can beat both of them though, should they advance. So, and if we do that, we're top 3 in the tournament and playing for a chance to fight Frame and Kyung, which I really want to fight those two because they are really good, and they as a team obviously also very good. We would have to run through Korek and Aktaboker though, which are also very good. So we'll have to see. I'm really excited for the rest of the tournament, to be honest. Should be really fun. But that's the current tournament standings and how we were left off. So going forward, this week Raya was on vacation last week, but this week we're going to resume Co-op Shop on Thursday. Which we will be doing Hammerwatch, which I have never even looked at. So, supposedly very good game, should be fun. I've heard from a lot of people that they had a lot of fun playing it, so I'm looking forward to play that with my degenerate friends. Yeah, should be great. Should be fantastic. We'll of course get a new poll up as well, which will probably go live on Wednesday for the next game. So that should be fun. We did talk a bunch about RPG Limit Break. They did release attendee T-shirts. If you're attending the events, you can pre-order your T-shirt now at theyeti.com. There's a link in their Discord. We had to sadly also replace a bunch of runs that were scheduled because people dropped out. Sad face. We did, I believe, replace them with Dragon Quest 1 and FF1 PSP, which are both very interesting runs. So, some slight changes to that, but other than that, the prep for Limit Break, again, I said this earlier already, it's not gonna be insane. Like, I'm not gonna go like all crazy. I'm gonna do runs and stuff, but it's gonna be fine. Alright, moving forward, looking into the future again, we did get an announcement from Retro Gaming Live that they are going to do a short goal RPG race, which, I mean, I'm a Magus, how am I not participating, right? The reason is Earthbound. No, I might actually participate in that. I'm not a fan of the idea of a couple of these games, rules, goals, and whatnot, but it's their thing, so they can do whatever the fuck they want. Sorry for that bad word. Should be interesting. I can quickly draw up the list. I believe it's FF4, Earthbound, Soul Blazer, FF6. Let me actually quickly, before I tell you bad things about this stuff, there should be a list somewhere here. But yeah, it's Defeat Octomom, some dumb Earthbound goal that I have no idea about. Then we have FF6 Vargas, we have Mystic Quest Snow Crab, we have Soul Blazer World 1, we have Chrono Trigger Yakra, and the last game is escaping me. Whatever it is, it's probably dumb and still fun. But yeah, it's kind of hard to come up with these, honestly. I've been thinking about doing something like this before, where I did a FF4-6 Mystic Quest Gauntlet for a short goal race, but the thing with these is, like, if you take like 20-minute goals, it's usually not a good idea, because you don't really see anything of the run, you don't really get a feel for the game. It's mostly just really easy stuff that you have to do. Which, I mean, I get the idea, like, somebody has to try and do this at some point in some form to actually get an idea of how it feels, or whether it's actually a good idea to do this in the future in some form or another. But yeah, just from personal experience, I can tell I'm still going to participate, probably, like I said, because, like, this 7 RPG, it's an RPG event, so you gotta support it, right? At the end of the day, it's really hard to do this kind of thing with that many games, is, I guess, the point I have. Yeah, there's not really enough of the games. If you make this longer, though, with 7 games, then the thing is that it's too long for most people. So, yeah. I mean, what I would really like to see in the future, if this will ever happen again, probably like a 5-game gauntlet or something like that. That is a bit longer goals. But, you know, we'll see how it turns out. Rules are being adjusted, of course, because feedback came back very, very, very quickly. Very passionate feedback, too, from a lot of people. So, yeah, I mean, that's just how that goes. It's going to be, the race is in July 14th, I believe. So lots of time to prepare. I know, like, all of the games except for Earthbound, so I don't really have to prepare, but yeah, Secret of Mana was the last one. There you go. You can see I'm not taking notes for these videos. But yeah, Secret of Mana, I believe Tropical... No, Spiky Tiger actually was the last one. But yeah, I know 6 out of 7 of those games, so I don't really need to prepare for it. I'm still going to participate, maybe give feedback on a couple things as well, but it's something to watch out for because people didn't really or haven't really tried this type of thing for an RPG yet. You know, you have these relay races for like Mega Mans and stuff. Those games are like 30, 40, 50 minutes. You can do that, but you can't really do that like for a long RPG. So this is kind of a way to try to get more games into one like tight package here. We'll see how it goes. I'm of course having my doubts, but we'll try. We'll try to make it good. And last but not least, before we move on with life, we scheduled the Good Luck and or Blame Ever Hate race for May 5th this year. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anybody is welcome to join. You don't need to know the speedrun. You just, can race with us, have some fun with Soul Blazer. For those who don't know, Everhate was a very good friend of ours who was we discovered through his Soul Blazer speedruns, and he passed away a little more than 2 years ago. From personally, I don't know why or how, but in his honor, every year we have this race where we race Soul Blazer with each other. Would have liked to do it earlier, but somehow just kind of messed up the scheduling for that. So it's going to happen at May 5th, 2 p.m. Eastern. Again, I'm going to post on request. I'm going to post a speedrun guide made by Stinger PA, which has like the basic information that you need to actually get through the game fast. Cat, please don't eat my cables. So that's going to be. I'm going to post that in my Discord as well, and then we will go from there. Hope that I can see a lot of people there. Like even if you don't intend to finish the game, it would still be nice, if you try to race, just have fun with the people. What I did for my first for the first race is I just like hang out with Voltus and Happy Squid in Discord. I didn't know how to run the game at the time too, so I just kind of chilled out with them, had a bit of fun. We're going to try to have a restream at RPG Limit Break, which probably this guy is in charge of. Probably, I don't know yet. If somebody else wants to volunteer for that, that'd be freaking dandy. But we'll see. I did the commentary, I believe, last year as well. So, yeah, Hulk is going to be racing, of course. Like we're going to have Hulk. Genya is going to be racing, and other good runners. Stinger can't, unfortunately, because he doesn't have time ever. Like in his life, he's literally busy all day and doesn't sleep. So, but yeah, we'll see. Should be fun. May 5th. I'll see you there. And that's pretty much everything. This is a nice and dandy 22-minute video. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this recap that fell out a little bit longer because, we had to catch up on a little bit of stuff. But yeah, hope you liked the video. Zapper, please leave your comment about this in the feedback channel. I hope you watched all 22 minutes and probably 30 seconds of this. And I'll see you on stream, guys. Peace.